Hey, it's me, MLV. Here's the continuation, or part 2, of the birthday one-shot from last week. This one is still part of the story, but it follows you and Kirishima after the party has ended. This is just fluff ahead, so bring your diabetes medication and enjoy. After dealing with Darby, you made it safely back to your room and face planted into the pillows, screaming with love about the night that you just had with the boys. I can't believe they all put so much effort into the gifts they got me, you thought with a smile as you rolled onto your back and stared up at the ceiling. Kirishima was really adamant that he would bring the gifts to my room tonight though, but why? I know he likes to be manly and all, but... Just then there was a knock at your door, and you rolled off your bed to answer it. "Coming!" you called as you made your way to the door and pulled it open. "Hi, Yin," Kirishima said brightly, giving you a big toothy smile as he held onto the boxes with all your birthday gifts in it. "Hey," you greeted with a smile. "Come in." You stepped back and he walked into your room, looking around for somewhere to put the box. "Where would you like—" "Oh, here," you said quickly, sweeping a heap of clothes off the chair that always somehow accumulated clothes that weren't dirty enough for a wash but not clean enough to be put away. "Just here's fine." "Okay," he said as he put the box down, his forearm and shoulder muscles flexing as he leaned down on the chair. You checked him out a little, before smiling as his eyes met yours. Yin?" he asked bashfully, scratching the back of his head and looking to the side. "About my gift." "Oh, Kiri, please don't apologise. It's totally okay if you don't have anything. I don't mind at all." You gave him a reassuring smile. No, I do have one. I just wanted to give it to you away from everyone," he said as his gaze fell to the floor. "Can I give it to you now?" "Of course," he said emphatically, a little curious as to why he had suddenly gone shy. "Oh, okay. Would you wait for me? I'll just get it," he said, turning to the door. "Sure," you said, watching as he quickly left your room and chuckling to yourself with confusion as you scratched your head, waiting for him to return. He came back in no time and quickly closed the door behind him as he entered again. "Yin, would you go to the movies with me?" he asked as he hurriedly held out 2 tickets to you with both hands. "Yes, of course," you said with a little chuckle as you took them from him. "Why were you so nervous to ask me about that? You didn't need to ask me that privately." Well, I actually, would you consider it a date?" he mumbled shyly as he looked at his feet, nervously tugging at the bottom of his shirt. Your heart leapt in your chest, kicking up double time. "Oh, I'm sorry," he blurted out quickly. "It was all very sudden, and I completely understand if you'd prefer not to, but Bakugo seems very protective of you, and I don't want to get in the way of—" Kiri, you interjected with a chuckle. "It's fine. Bakugo's just being Bakugo. Don't worry about him. I'd love to go on a date with you," you said with a shy smile. "You would?" he asked with delight as his expressive red eyes snapped up and met yours, absolutely elated that you had said yes. "Yes, of course," you replied. "Oh, wow," he said brightly. "Okay, how does this weekend sound?" "Sounds good to me," you said with a smile. "We'll make plans." Date day came, and you were quite nervous. "Man, what's wrong with me? It's just Kiri," you berated yourself internally as you got ready for the date. After putting your outfit together, you left your dorm room and walked down to the lounge area to wait for him, but he was already there. "Hi, Yin," he greeted, blushing when he saw your outfit. You look really pretty." "Oh," you replied shyly. "No, not really." "Yes, you do," he said with a smile. "You're pretty all the time, though," he added bashfully, flirting as timidly as you had imagined he would. You giggled nervously and looked away shyly, not quite knowing how to respond to that comment. "You want to go now?" he asked as he reached a hand out and took yours in his. You nodded and glanced at him as he squeezed your hand gently. The two of you left, hand in hand, walking out of the building and down to the school gates, then off down the road to the bus stop. As you talked more, you relaxed more, getting more and more comfortable being close to him. "Okay, here we are," he said as he let you off the bus first out the front of the cinemas. "Let's go." He took your hand again and walked you to the doors and entered. After selecting the movie and getting your tickets approved, you bought some food and walked to the cinema room. "You picked the seats, Yin," Kirishima offered gallantly as he carried the food behind you. You chose the seats and walked along the row to get to them, sitting down and helping take some of the food from Kiri. "You want some?" you asked as he held out some food to him. "Sure," he said as he went to take it from you. No, let me feed you, you said with a giggle. Open wide. Kiri blushed and opened his mouth, letting you put the food inside. You both giggled as he chewed. Okay, my turn, he said as he took some food in hand and leaned over to you. You opened your mouth and you put the food in, your heart rate soaring as his finger brushed your bottom lip. Oh, sorry, he said quickly as he pulled back. It's okay, you reassured him with a laugh. He smiled bashfully and you both settled down to watch as the movie started. As the film played, he reached a shy hand to yours and held your hand again, becoming especially excited when you decided to flip the armrest up between the two of you and slide in closer to him. He took his hand from yours and gently placed it around your shoulders, pulling you into his side. You looked up at him and smiled as he looked down at you. Then there was a moment as you both stared into each other's eyes, totally absorbed in each other as the film played on in the background. Slowly he bent his head down to yours, and before you could properly grasp what was going on, his soft lips were pressed to yours. Your eyes fluttered shut as he held still before pulling away slowly. You were so taken by the moment that you found it hard to open your eyes afterwards, wishing that it hadn't ended so quickly. Slowly your eyes opened, just in time to see him coming back for another kiss. Throughout the movie, the two of you would steal kisses, giggling softly as you took turns initiating them. And after the movie had finished, you kissed again in the credits, loving this newfound intimacy. That was a really good movie, you said to him as you both left the cinema hand in hand. I especially liked the kisses, he said shyly as he squeezed your hand. You giggled as you looked away. Yeah, me too, he said, glancing shyly back at him. I wouldn't mind another one. Kiri smirked slightly and bent his head down to yours, stopping briefly to kiss you again. Does this mean we could be boyfriend and girlfriend? He asked as he pulled back from the kiss. Yes, please, you replied emphatically as you continued to the bus stop, now arm in arm with him. Oh, you all have diabetes now. That was so sweet and fluffy. Stay tuned for another one shot coming next Wednesday.